Welcome to the On the Charge Race Report. I'm your host, Dan Rom, and tonight we're going to recap the Friday night races at Volusia Speedway Park with the Dirtcar Nationals. We have the World of Outlaw late miles and the Super Dirtcar Series modifieds doubleheader. What can I say? The World of Outlaws late miles was first, but I need to start with race number 2, the modifieds. I just saw something I don't think I've ever seen, in which makes auto racing great. Just if you like the show, please like and subscribe and push the notification bell. It really helps the channel. So tonight we have 40 lap race for the Super Dirtcar modifieds. Taking the lead from the pole was Demetrius Dros. Thursday night, Demetrius had the lead and held it for the first 13 laps, but it started to fade as the race went along, like Thursday night. Eric Rudolph took the lead. He controlled the race for about until a restart at lap 22. At that time, Larry Wight, who was in 5th, started to power on the outside, which he's well known for his being on the outside. Went from 5th place and took the lead. He was in control. He was going to win the race. But on lap 33, in the 4th corner, he came up fast on Brett Hearn on the top and ran into Brett Hearn, hitting Brett Hearn and practically crashing, but kept it going. From there, he went down across the front stretch and ran into Eric Rudolph, who was in 2nd, and ran into him, but still somehow kept the lead until he went to the 1st corner, where once again the cushion in the 1st and 2nd quarter at Volusia took another victim in the modifieds, and he flipped over several times. It was just amazing. It was the most unbelievable half a lap I've seen. Someone crashing practically 3 times, and it was amazing, just amazing. Of course, Matt Sheppard, who was in 3rd at the time all this disaster occurred, inherited the lead, and from there from lap 33, he controlled the race and won the race very handedly, with Eric Rudolph 2nd, Matt Williamson 3rd, Alex Payne 4th, and Anthony Perego 5th. Both Alex Payne and Anthony Perego came from deep in the field to get their 4th and 5th finishes. Anthony Perego was 21st at the start race. But it's amazing. Sometimes racing just has this way of, you think you've seen everything, and then something happens, and you just can't believe it. But, so Matt Sheppard continues his dominancy in Florida. He's won 5 out of 7 races between the Super Dirtcar Series at Volusia and the Short Track Super Series at Alltech, and the season will continue with the 9S, the dominant modified in the Northeast. The World of Outlaws late miles also had a 40-lap feature. Kay Dillard controls the race for the first 15 laps until he's passed by Devin Moran. Devin Moran ends up being the victor and leads the rest of the laps, but there were some comers and goers. Bobby Pierce ended up in 3rd. He came from mid-pack. We had Max Blair, being the hard charger, come to 4th. He was in the back. Ricky Thornton Jr. was coming from mid-pack until he broke halfway through the race. So there's a lot of movers and shakers trying to get there. Chris Madden, who started up front and was consistently in the top 5, tried to make a late last lap pass in the 4th corner, but was unsuccessful. And Devin Moran continues his dominance at Volusia. He is the top runner, the one to beat in a super late mile at Volusia. The track conditions tonight were a lot different than they had been previously in the week. The track really slicked off and made for some very good racing for the modifieds and late miles. There is rain in the forecast for tomorrow, so this is probably going to be the last night of the Dirtcar Nationals. If that is the case, our next program show will be next week when we have the high limit sprint cars and the Lucas Oil late miles racing next weekend at Golden Isles. So our next show, weather permitting, after if rain cancels out the tomorrow night, will be Thursday night with the high limit sprint cars. But thank you everyone for watching and enjoying the show. It is just these post race recaps are just, you get the full action of a night, and it's just like I said before, racing sometimes surprises you in many ways that you can't believe, and that's why racing is so great. Have a good night.